Good morning, everybody. My name is Mr. Wolfgang, and I'm from Carlson Hotel Group. I'm the CEO and the president of the group. Our hotel group is an award-winning responsible business. One of our programs dated back in 1989. The program three core area ensures that we care for our guests, our people, and our planet in an ethical way. First, we think planet. We're minimizing our environmental footprints. Second, we think people. They take care of health and the safety issues for the guests and the employees. Third, we think together. We combining action and business ethics together. After all, we follow the three main rules to keep our value in the industry. First, being host. To be professional, responsible, focus on the quality service, deliver our brand promises, and provide memorable experience to the customers. Second, fighting that print. Always innovative and proactive, quick decisions making. Third, giving trust. Through honesty and integrity, empower employees at all kinds services. We promise and we deliver a good results.
Nowadays, the Carlson Group is influencing the environment, participating in the UN and the Carlson Family Foundation. Carlson has been a signatory to the UN Global Compact since 2010. As a signatory, they are committed to supporting, embracing, and enacting the 10 universal principles affecting human rights, labor, environment, and anti-corruption outlined in the Compact. Each year, Carlson commits to making continued progress in supporting of the principles across all of our businesses, both collectively and individually. The Carlson Family Foundation represents their commitment to give charitably to humanitarian and community affairs through investments in education, mentoring, children and youth at risk. The Carlson Family Foundation actively participates in creating strong, healthy communities and a competitive workforce.
Good morning, everyone. I am the manager of Edison. As you can see, I am small, but my head is big. So you better follow up what I'm thinking. So, in order to understand what is our opinion about CSR in market, first, you need to know what is inside the market. As you can see, we have suppliers, local industry, local hotels, and the demand in the market. But actually, the market elements of CSR is complex, covering everything from product quality to sustainable supply chains and customer relations. And its impact varies depending on the nature of an organization's business. And as for companies buying commodities from all around the world and from different sources, visibility is also playing a very important role. But what our Edison does, we mainly focus on the suppliers. It is very important for a company to have a good understanding of the suppliers it is dealing with. Understanding the suppliers of company's key product is a fairly fundamental point. So, what is our hotel's key product again? Of course, it's hotel and the service. The suppliers provide us food and kitchen equipment, hospitality equipment, and so on. So without suppliers, we can't basically run a hotel. And also, we need control. The control that needs to be taking place around the quality and safety of the product, and people's ability to interface with the product along the supply chain. For big hotel chain, very large corporates probably can get their head around a little bit. But when you get into a small company, there's a limit to what it can do to track bikes through the value chain. What I mean is, what if there's some problem happen in the industry or inside a hotel? The problem may come from the suppliers. And as a big company, because you record everything, you can track back and see what is going on there. But if you are working in a small company, maybe you cannot do that. For marketing, it is important to do one's best in relation to a certain area. But what is more important is that the corporate has a plan in place for when something goes wrong. For example, if it is a supply issue, where can the company to get alternative supply, and what action do they need to take in relation to protecting their customers and brand? Outside of big companies, there is a level of organizations that are not supplying brands to their customers directly, but they are supplying products and that go into a big recognized brand. If the company cannot get it right for that global company that has one of its key objectives to protect its brand, then the suppliers will not work with them for very long, and indeed, it might cost money.
I'm the GM of the Carlson Group. Now I will talk about the community. First, we have formed an alliance with the PPHE Hotel Group to work on a project. So basically, through our alliance, we aim to have a worldwide distribution and reservation network capable of delivering high volumes of business, but also form a part of international connectivity that aims to operate a hotel in a more environmentally friendly way. So this project is being called TREE. TREE ensures that all hotels within the group adopt and include CSR in their day-to-day operation. 3. Continuously engage team members, hotels, green teams, and regional and corporate offices across the PPHE Hotel Group and Carlson Group to reduce resource consumption, reduce waste, support local communities, and ensure that all employees are working in an ethical and fair environment with access to training and personal development. So there are 3 main points I want to talk about. 3. The first one is about the impact on our environment. The second one is about resource consumption, and the last one is about sustainable business practice. So first, about our impact on our environment, we are aware of the impact our actions and work have on the environment, its resources and communities around us. Our CSR policy 3 ensure that all hotels within the group adopt this policy and make it part of their day-to-day operation. The policy engages all our employees to work towards a low-carbon environment and a sustainable workplace. It also communicates to our clients, guests, investors, and business partners, and is included in our guest satisfaction grading to encourage continued improvements. The total impact on our environment is a combination of the consumption of natural resources, sustainable business practices, and initiatives, the contribution towards our community, and the engagement of our people. Now we talk about the resource consumption. So to make a difference, we need to measure our impact on the environment and our usage of natural resources and reduce those against set targets. Measuring our key energy and water consumption and CO2 emissions per guest stay give us the opportunity to improve measurements. Work on implementations of new technologies and initiatives. It also allows us to focus on reducing natural resources consumptions, reuse, recycle, and to work towards a lower carbon business. We are determined to create an environment-friendly working place and a hotel group where guests can be assured that sustainability is the heart of its activities. This is why we have set a target to reduce our environmental impact measured by CO2 emissions by 20% before the end of 2017. So about the last point, sustainable business practice, I will split it into categories. So the first one is about reduce, reuse and recycle, and the second one is about encouragement and engagement. So we will move to the first one, reduce, reuse and recycle. So almost everyone has heard these three words and understand their meaning. However, do we act on them when away from whole house? One side bottling plants, waste to water recycling schemes. In room, tower and bed line schemes, light moving sensors, LED lights and combined heat and power units as well as collecting rainwater are only few examples of ongoing improvements within our business. These initiatives reflect the importance of resource management which we operate across all hotels. Encourage and let's move on to the second one is about encouragement and engagement. Sustainable business is a business which includes its people, employees, guests, and supplies. Green team across all hotels work on project to keep tree alive, to get involved with local communities and improve the green guest experience. They work towards environmental outreach such as the green tourism award to have their work assessed to reflect success and work on future development. Green questions on our guest satisfactions email survey highlights new ideas and concerns guests may have toward our practice and give us the opportunity to constantly develop our CSR policy.
With over 1,370 hotels in operation and development, spread over 150 countries and territories, with more than 100,000 people working for the Carlson brand, a strong, dedicated, and committed workforce is essential to implement CSR at the hotel. Carlson Services' CSR strategy and activities are owned and driven by employees. In 2009, over 150 man-days were deployed on environmental and local community projects, including tree planting with children. Employees of Carlson are given a thorough orientation, training, and competency development. Employees should be given a thorough overview of the clear line of sight between the company's vision, missions, and core CSR values and goals. CSR initiatives have a positive impact on employee well-being and motivation. Here are a few benefits of CSR on the workforce. They can help reduce operating costs and save a lot of resources and electricity. Enhance the reputation of the hotel. Content, communities, happier and more loyal customers, and improved access to capital. A strong and educated workforce is important to implement CSR in all the hotels.